Them drillers on me like always, you know. What you saying?
Big rhythm.
Yeah, man.
Shouts out Slick Vic and Mash. That one always off the Fly Hitters tape.
Yeah, man. Fly Hitters 2 and that. Come on.
The tape's cold. I'm enjoying it. We're definitely going to get into that a little bit later. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yes.
You know the vibes. Hashtag Off the Cuff Pod.
Come on.
We are back. A good honest conversation. Never hurt anyone.
Yes.
Listen for the first time. My name's Fols Forever.
Mr. Vance.
We got Almighty Sosa in the cut.
Off the cuff worldwide, baby.
Shouts out Essie. We got a guest in the building. Come on.
Saying we got Tribez in the building live. Oh, come on.
Come on. I like the energy.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready, man.
Yeah, no like timidness, no shy, like
No cap, no filter, straight into it.
Hey, there you go, man.
I love the idea. No cap, man.
Yeah, no,
Ready,
because sometimes when we have guests, like, you know, they don't know what to do, like they're just sitting there kind of thing. You know, we'll be like, Foles will be like, oh yeah, we've got a couple guests in the building, and they're just like,
do the meek things, isn't it? Because as soon as the mic's on, everyone clocks that we're starting. It's like, shit.
It's kind of peak.
And the pressure kicks in.
It's not mad pressure. It's cool, but I like it though because we're all family in it. So
yeah,
it's good. We got management in the building as well, aka Suge Knight, aka
he's got his arms crossed,
aka
they're hostile in the corner.
Bro,
of that.
bro, I know you're hot in that hoodie, fam. It's hot in there. Man, like money bags, you know, because Obo's real. We can't have certain man in the camera, innit?
Nah, I hear that.
we keep it how we keep it, though, innit? But I'm happy. I want to say though, it's a good place to start. Yeah, I do like that side of things with the music at the moment.
Yeah.
So I've noticed a lot of man in the ends that have come from a certain lifestyle, allegedly or not, whatever, are thinking, you know what? I don't need to be the main rapper. Is it this dude? I need to be a rapper. Let me go and put my money behind someone or something, and let's see if we can really make this thing work. You know, like man can't be outside forever.
Well, this is the thing, innit? Like, a lot of people are talking about a lot of men that are coming up and being successful as artists, who's managing, who's handling their affairs.
Yeah.
Why not it being the man them?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The people that they came up with, rather than like, because I feel like when we start getting to certain places, we feel like the man them aren't capable. Like, there's going to be other people that are quote unquote experienced in the field saying that, like, selling you dreams essentially, but they don't really know about, like, they don't know what you're about, and they're just like, oh yeah, we'll get you to this place, we'll get you to that place, but you don't understand man's vision, innit? Like, there's nothing better than having a man them kind of like handling your affairs, because they know you and they know where the music trajectory is going, innit?
But that's just down to them though. They got to learn how to like educate themselves in that field, so they're obviously ready for you, innit? When it comes to that stage, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, it's I think it's a slow burner, innit? Because like we're still trying to kind of get rid of the old school methods. Do you know what I mean? So like we're seeing people on the highest level, for example, Stormzy, with his guy Toby being his manager, and they're doing amazing things over there.
And then earlier Flips was handling most of that stuff.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and Flips is still within.
Yeah, he's still behind the scenes.
He's still
doing
murky,
something.
innit? And he's now doing his own thing as well, the music thing. I think he's got a single out.
DJ Khaled sort of.
DJ Khaled
sort of
arrangement.
Yeah, you know, like that.
Listen.
On the song with Scott, what's it? Western and Los.
Yeah. I'm seeing a couple brothers doing it, man. You see Manny Norte doing it with 6 Lack and what's the
Tion Wayne and was it
Rema.
Yeah.
Is it Rema or Rema?
Rema. Put some respect on his name still. It's a Rema. Yeah. this guy's sick, bro. No, but that's true, and I think obviously a lot of us growing up like old school hip hop. When you say old school, like our era, we saw like your Jay and Dame. Like, so you always got to see someone with their day one in it. So
yeah, I
think you need to find a happy medium though. Cause I'm hearing some horror stories though about a certain man getting signed for 2 in a queue. That we don't want to do though, innit, Carl? Because there's nothing worse than like we're trying to avoid the man in that big office on what's it around the corner from here? Was it Kensington?
Oh, Kensington High Street.
Kensington High Street. All the labels are, but at the same time, you can't be from the ends. I mean, doing me more dirty than the man is doing me, innit?
Yeah.
So
a lot of them officers are moved to King's Cross anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the man, like who's at Complex, because they're plugging us today.
What's going on?
They've just added us.
Oh, for the article? Of all pictures, bruv. No.
I mean, bruv, we were prepping for the live show. No.
So obviously, Complex feature us in like podcasts. We'll see like 10. Was it music
the 10
culture
that you need to listen to in terms of like the the music and culture.
They're like bloggers, isn't it?
Yeah, so Complex got like
Complex is like a big platform,
Like
and
Vice
they've
or
just
something.
like a Vice, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably even bigger than Vice.
Probably,
I'd
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah,
got
they
UK arm and
featured
they got
us
US
on
arm
their
in it.
website saying like
That's
when
proper still.
top 10 podcasts that you should listen to in regards to culture and music. They just literally just added us right now, and I'm thinking, wow, he's over there like overly plugging us.
I'm not complaining, bro.
I'm not. I'm
You
just.
gotta be happy like
Man
that.
said they're overly plugging us. Overly.
watching, yeah.
We'll take all the accolades, innit? But
Yeah.
so next time, ask for the picture in it.
Yeah.
Bro, I think that picture means meaty, bro.
It's like that though.
That's when you know you start caring too much about this thing. Because I'm like, nah, man. Because back in there, I would have taken any look. I'm not sure if close to the picture, bro. Pussy.
You took it, man.
It was you that took it.
Let me see which one.
Ah, cool. It was not meaty from like you taking. I just don't look.
I'll
right,
show
innit?
you. I'll show you.
But I don't like it. I'm not on the photo thing. I never have been.
But that's like me. I'm more of a video guy, you know.
Yeah.
100%, so.
Oh, and the slow motion vibe and that.
I'm not even a slow. Man's just like I'd rather do a vid than a pic, you know.
You're more
Okay.
animated when it comes to that.
Yeah, man. I'm not really photogenic like.
Do you know what?
that
As
still.
a bro, come on, man. Like, just believe in your source, innit? Believe in your source, innit? I see the gold teeth shining,
Bro, they don't save everything though. you
Hey,
get
listen,
me?
man. But how do you, as an artist, how do you like handle like the creative process outside of the actual music, the recording process? Because obviously you have to look back when you shoot a video.
Oh, like editing videos and editing
Yeah.
songs and that, basically. Alright, cool. So with a song, it's like man will try hammer it down in a session, basically. But like just have, let's say, the foundations. You know what I mean? So then I'll take that song. The song might be done, but then I might be at home listening to the song, and it's like it needs that little more. Do you know what I mean? Then I'll go to the booth. I'll lay what else it needs. Just keep on working on it till it's ready. And then with the videos, I'll be real. Most of my cameramen say I'm too fussy. You know,
Swear.
like that. Cause I'm always trying to make it the vision that I've seen from the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm always saying, yo, let's go back. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. So many
I feel
drafts.
for them because they're thinking, bro, you didn't study media studies, bro. But like,
No, but it's like, you know when you got
I'm
a
the
vision,
director of this.
when you got a vision, you just want it to come out
Yeah.
how you want it to come out, or the closest to it. You know
of
what
course,
I mean?
yeah.
Imagine like you're doing a video with like Caleb Dennis, for example. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I've got this, like, I've got all the shots and blah blah blah. Yeah,
Yeah.
sick. And then you look at it and you're like,
Meaty.
let's go back and reshoot.
See, that was a sticky one. Most cameramen probably won't even be on that, you know.
What, reshooting?
If you do, you gotta pay in it. You gotta pay.
Hey, it's their time, innit?
You know, like that. You can't knock a man's hustle. You gotta pay for a man's time.
Trust.
Of course, so, sir. Man said trust, yeah. Trust. Pussy. Man said, yeah.
ad-lib over there, trust.
More. Man's reshooting every weekend, bro. Let's get it right, guys.
Yeah.
Just eating money and that. Coming up, obviously, like, I feel like there's a lot of artists trying to make it. Like, how are you, like, what's the grind like with, like, still working, doing whatever, and still trying to do music all at the same time when, like, music ain't, like, bringing home or paying the bills as of yet?
Bro, it's fucking hard. I won't even lie. Like, man, my swearing, but it's hard. Cause obviously I'm a student as well, innit? So I'll be real. You don't might have to filter this one out. Man's been lying to a couple of things about my age, but man's at uni.
Shouts out to the MILFs and that.
Hey, man's been studying, innit? And it's hard to like mix studying obviously with grinding and then doing music as well.
Yeah.
And obviously other things in life you got to think about as a person, innit? And obviously sometimes it gets to a point where you're just like, raw, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man's got deadlines, you know what I'm saying? Man's got exams and stuff. Boy, but man's still finding a way to write bars, everything, you know what I'm saying? You just got to try, find a way to balance it all out still.
But that's a good, like, it's important that you mentioned that, like, you know, that you're juggling uni and, you know, doing a music thing amongst everything else, because, like, I feel that isn't necessarily spoken about enough.
Yeah, it's not, man.
Like,
It's not.
You don't hear a lot of man
like,
saying that.
yeah,
I'm
Not
like,
a lot of man, even bare man don't even like to
man
brag
go
about
certain
it.
places, come back and talk about drillings, and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
he was in student union, bro.
Yeah, bro, like, man saw
SU
you
bar.
man saw you in the ACS meetings.
ACS, it gets like that though.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
You know what I mean? So, it's important. Do you
I
know
remember
what
like early Chip was still in school and that was a big thing. He was juggling school and music. I remember Hardy Capper back in the day he was at uni and music. So you've got a few,
Yeah.
but like I said, it's not the most prevalent one.
Yeah.
When that's probably more of the reality for a lot more artists where it's like, I'm in college still, I'm at uni.
You know how J. Cole used to mention in any like every like 12th bar.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
back in the day, that
college,
was,
college. So,
but it's more of a relatable grind because not everybody's on the roads, bro.
Yeah,
and it's not to shit on like that because I love all that content, but there's a lot more man in school than.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
So there's a market for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even if it's just like an element of your music, like a tiny piece of like.
Reference it. Have you referenced it in the music or not?
I've talked about obviously being in class and my phone's ringing and that, or like stuff like that.
I mean, that could work. Do you know what I mean? Because you were in class.
Yeah.
And the phone
it just
ringing.
so happens that your phone rings. I was in class and my phone was ringing.
Because obviously, man, from
everyone has different reasons, don't they?
Not trust. Even from college though. From college days, same stuff still. Like I won't lie. Even till uni this day, and I'm in class or I'm in lectures, my phone's ringing. Like it's a techie one, isn't it? You know, it might be this guy calling about booth, or it might be someone else calling for something.
Big Shug in the corner.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
E-money bags.
you know what I'm saying? Or it might just be someone else for something else. You know what I mean?
How are you finding your journey at the minute? Like amongst how the music scene is thriving at the moment in the UK, and people like there's guys out here getting money from music.
No, 100%.
So I guess it would have been a little bit different as it was 10 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like right now it's thriving and there's always like a new artist coming out.
Yeah, the market is saturated. Like there's so much going on right now. It's hard to stick out in it. You know what I mean? But obviously, as man, I've clocked in it. Like as a person, it's like for me, my motto is like slow progress is better than no progress at the end of the day. Innit? Like things might seem slow now, but I can only just wait for my time, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I can try to do little other things to rush the process a bit, but at the end of the day, you gotta wait for your time, innit? And
but how do you jump the queue though? What's the? Because I got a few things in mind.
Innit?
Now go on, let's
know.
You must know. There's a couple of things you can jump the queue.
I'll be real. Let's say clout chasing, innit? Get your name buzzing from doing something mad, or let's say
Get yourself on Shade Borough.
or get yourself embarrassed or something. Then all of a sudden you're trending or you're viral or something. You work with the buzz you got or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just ain't been put in that position.
What about features? I feel that's a good way to jump the queue.
Features, it's like you can work with artists, but artists are gonna only work with you if you're on their level, innit? You know what I mean? When you're reaching out to a man that's bigger than you, you know what's coming next. They're giving you a quote, you know what I'm saying? They're telling you how much they want.
But there's nothing wrong with like
there's nothing wrong with charging, but it's like when a man's coming up, a man might actually not have that, let's say 2 bags, 5 bags for that feature. Yeah. To spend on the feature. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like man's just trying to basically work on networking with people more on my level. Before man,
and building like a community of artists that are coming up.
You know what I'm saying?
But I would say there's no shame in paying for the feature.
That's a strategic move. A lot of
as long as obviously it's got to be the right song, I'm assuming, and the right situation, and an artist that you feel like they fuck with you.
Yeah.
But obviously, listen, big man.
So, you know, like
always have to get paid, innit? Because don't get twisted. A lot of the guys on the road, and I won't mention names, but like guys that like like post the gigs era. So a lot of guys that had the rep, but don't necessarily weren't the greatest rappers. But obviously it's easier for them because their money's coming quick and fast, innit? Their man are paying for features. Don't get twisted. They'll have a tape, they'll get their tape buzzing and that. Like it's not because they're the realest everybody's fucking them. They're paying for features, innit?
100%.
You know, but
if they got a link though, certain man have a link.
And deep it, you'll pay a man.
you
for
might get a little
feature,
bit cheaper as well.
You'll pay a man for feature, and it's like, is a man actually gonna give his effort, like even give 50%?
Or he's gonna give you the bars that was tucked
a man
away.
might give you 30% of what they're capable of. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm trying to say? You want them to come and spin your track.
Yeah. Have you had any bad experience with like other artists when trying to reach out and network?
No, because most of the people I've reached out to, I know, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them I ain't even managed to get in the booth with them yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been more focusing on my tunes. Man's trying to make that banger. I'm trying to make that tune that's gonna take me places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it must be difficult, man. Like trying to find that that hit. Do you know what I mean? Because like at the end of the day, like you believe in what you do. So after every recording process, you might think, oh yeah, this is it. But then you
I don't think that's a good mentality, bro.
Yeah,
It's been times,
it may
though.
not. It may not. Like
I'm not saying that they might have
not
worked for
an artist. Just in my mind, it's just like, all right, cool, man. I'm just out here making music, and I'm putting out music, I think that there's a lot of artists, I don't know if it's exclusive to you or any other artist, but I find that there's certain people that I know that are artists, they sit on their music for time. And it's like, what's that gonna do?
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Like, put it out, because you don't know what song. Like, I know that there's a lot of man that put out a song that didn't know was gonna do what it did.
So
do you know what I mean?
Say it was a song I had from 2 years ago.
Yeah, like
what? You had that 2 years ago?
Nah, trust.
Which
That's
is
like
why I
even
was
this
saying that approach. I was saying that I don't think works. Cause like trying to find a hit.
100%
Yeah.
still.
Like my thing is just keep putting in music. Obviously, be strategic. Find the right day to post. Try maybe. I know a lot of artists do things now where like they'll name a song a certain title, which will be easy hashtag to use. Like what did Miss Banks' song recently, Novikov? That it's something that like we talk. Everyone's talking about all the restaurants are going to IVAs, all the different things. So it's a talking point. It's gonna trend. It will do well for like the visuals, and hopefully music attached to it is good. But there's strategy with it. But at the end of the day, it's how the people receive the music, innit?
Yeah.
You know, so
100%.
you know what we should do, yeah? Without, because we don't want to assume that all our listeners know who you are. Let's get into some music. Let them get a feeling idea who Tribez is.
Yeah.
Even this tune we're about to play now, the progression thing, is coming out on the 11th at 5:30 GRM Daily.
It's coming
Was
out
that the
tomorrow.
first thing that you sent me, or the second thing?
The first thing still.
That's coming out tomorrow, 5:30 on GRM Daily.
Nah, bro. It's the 11th.
The podcast out on a Thursday, bro.
Oh,
right now, it's Thursday.
Right now it's Thursday still. Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah.
It's coming out tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
excited. Even that one, I made it 2 years ago.
Oh, you're one of them
one
guys.
of them ones, yeah. All right.
But you know
That's
what's
why
mad? It's because man was trying to come with the vibey tunes, innit? Like, 'cause you know when it's real rap, not everyone likes to take it in. Like, look at Pot of Paper. Like, big up Pot of Paper. They're finally taking him in. Donny's doing big moves now. But
Fresh
you, see the
home
so,
and
you know
that.
what I mean? The sort of music he makes.
I know
it's
you mean
like-
that kind of real rap, like people like him,
Can you
Rimsey,
really run it in a
Tiny
club?
Boost, and that. Like it's
harder.
It's harder, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ring that still.
Scratch mixed it. Off the cuff worldwide, baby.
What the fuck would I do if I didn't progress? When I celebrate, that don't mean I can't have no sex. Big bundles filled to the brim, they're bloated. Crystallized buds that can be easily broken. I got thoughts in my mind. Am I depressed or am I broken? He's never heartbroken. Trapped in his trappers for this cash I was chosen. You ever noticed? When you get some money, it's like everybody noticed. No one ever noticed when I was at my lowest. You ain't Superman, so stop trying to be heroic. Play your position for your mum gets heartbroken. This life ain't a joke thing. We got girls whose life goals is just promotion. Kinda fuck, but I kinda do rate their devotion. Novocaine shit and feeling numb. Frank Ocean, procrastinate to show love. Trust issues ain't chosen. I'm serving balls like I'm in the US Open. That should be my slogan. What's the point of living if you can't even focus? What's the point of
Do you know what? You can't give people too much, and nah. You
this had
can't
one
give
up
people
there.
too much, and nah. Man came in strong, you know.
Bro, you know one thing man's clock, man. Man's just out here just trying to spread a good word, innit? You know what I mean? There'll be tracks that man has obviously made. It might not be the best message, but at the end of the day, like the main focus.
No, you ain't gotta do disclaimer, man. Give them that crud, man.
Bro, but I can't give it to them all the time.
And I'm like, yo,
I can't give it to them all the time.
like, man came in.
Do you get
No,
it?
you know, it's, like I said, it was 2 years ago. That might be your reality then. Like I said, there's gonna
Nah,
be.
I mean-
There's more to you. Like you're doing music. Man, I've got to grind. You're at uni, so there's more to. There's more sides to it. So you got to show all sides. It's not always gonna be pretty. So, like, listen, give it 10 minutes. At the end of the day, like there's always been that underlying thing on the most positive music. People say they want positive stuff. Then when you give them the positive stuff, they don't fucking buy it, bro.
They just want to hear all the cruddy stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be real. That's
You
why
want to
I'm-
hear the cruddy stuff.
Man's got to give them
But
them
this
a
is
mix
the
and
thing,
match.
Like, I think people want to hear crud because they don't live it. There's a
'cause
lot of
they're
people
living-
that
they're living
live it.
vicariously through
They're
you.
living vicariously through you, so it's just like, all right, cool, man. Like, this shit sells.
Trust.
I remember when 50 first came out,
Yeah.
and like a lot of it was down to the marketing campaign of like, him
Got
being
shot
shot so
9
many
times,
times,
bro, yeah.
and it's like, oh my gosh, this is exciting. Let me hear the story. Like, who like gets shot 9 times and
Bro,
survives?
the album was called Get Rich or Die Trying. It's like
There's a
he could
bullet hole
either
in the
become
album art.
Badin or he would die in front of us. Amazing film. That's a look at it,
bro. Like, yeah, like album art. There was a bullet hole in the thing, fam. Like everyone was excited over it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like these are the things that kind of, and we were talking about it last week. We don't want to see our artists happy and that, like living all harmonious and shit. We don't want to see Mary J. Blige happy.
No.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We like it when it's really gutter and
like yeah, man. We want to sorrow. That's what we're on. We're on that.
When it says songs of sorrow, you
Bro,
know.
but Adele's about to drop. We don't want to hear no happiness.
No,
we want to hear about that divorce.
Yeah, sad nigga out still. Yeah, we want to hear that. I mean, what I wanted to ask you is, obviously we referenced uni a fair bit. How have studies been affected during Corona and stuff?
Oh, what, like what's going on?
Yeah, with what's going on currently.
Well, I was over there, innit? I was out of town, calm. Obviously, bare racism around there. And that,
Man
but
said
it's cool.
OT.
Man said casual small racism.
It's mad. It's mad. I swear down. You see, when you step out of the hood, yeah, and you step into different places. Like everything's new. You know what I mean? Like man's driving on roads. That's like raw. These roads ain't even the roads I'm used to seeing on the ends. Man seeing people, they're looking at man hella funny. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not.
No road blockages and that.
You know what I mean? You get me? Like there's no road blockages
cycle
on every
lanes,
corner.
No cycle lanes, no temporary lights.
It's just
Bruv, I wouldn't
quiet
complain
still.
if I was you, boy.
But even now, obviously, they cut things off for like, I think, let's say towards the end of January, like February, around February times. Not even February, you know. It might have been March, actually.
Yeah, I think it was March.
Yeah,
where
around March.
we went on lockdown.
Yeah, around March, they proper locked everything off in it. But we was coming, obviously, to the end of that year. So things were kind of slowing down anyway. It was just exams and everything left, basically, innit? So obviously, they've just told everyone, listen, yo, stay away from campus, innit?
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? Then they eventually told people, you know what? Because everyone's just around the town, just get me vibes, and you know what I'm saying?
Just
There's
passing
motives, you
each
know what
other
I'm saying?
Corona back and forth.
You get it? Like there's no
Like a tennis
lectures, there's
match.
no, you get me? There's nothing to really do. Everyone's just linking up, having fun in it. They just told man blow out basically to the students living on the comms. They've told them, listen, you lot blow out now. You lot can get your last student loan. They even gave them their keys. You know how many people cashed out that term? 3 bags, 2 bags cashed out. They're
Fam,
gone.
remember when your first student loan landed?
That's
Bruh.
a mad feeling, man.
I remember being in Pizza Express, balling out.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I remember going to the ATM and I'm like, yo,
You just can't believe it. You're just seeing all of it in front of you. Just like, fuck it.
this can't be.
This
like,
came in
real.
one payment, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You're just thinking it's mad.
Plus the grant as well, the maintenance loan and the
Oh,
grant.
we had a good back in the yeah.
So you lot used to get all of that. You don't even get none of that these days, man.
Sorry, man. We ate it all, bro. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you lot all
Man.
got EMA in that, man.
Hey,
fuck
bro.
it, though, man.
A certain man were buying drawers with that EMA.
I mean, money well spent, bro.
Listen,
Something to further the studies, innit? You know,
Hey, that is
to relax
funny.
your mind before you read them.
That's actually reality, though. Fuck it, though.
Hey, fam, listen.
Bro,
like-
it's on them to give it to you. How you spend it is on you, bro. You can't police my spending, bro.
yeah, but it was all dependent on like if you attending or not.
I think
So you had to do a whole week or something like that.
or 80% or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, my college wasn't even. Mine was a 6th form college, so it was super serious, and it was it was in Tooting. So where they were, tradition at school has like, I think it's like A to C their pass rate, it might even be. So A star to B, I think it was, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
For the time period I was there, so they don't play no games. So like my
Well,
friends,
uniform in that.
not for the 6th form, but
Okay.
obviously the school uniform standard. They were more strict, whereas my brothers I went to just a college, and it was just year 12 and year 13. You could get away with a bit more, like your brethren could sign you in and cut through.
Fam,
My thing
yeah,
weren't no
like
games,
that.
and certain teachers were strict. Where like you could have all been there and that, but if they just didn't like how you was moving, and that, bro, you're trying to make me suffer.
You see me, yeah, our college topped in it. So
You tart.
there was one of the colleges that I went to, yeah. The Donny that was doing the EMA was Mandem, innit?
Oh,
so you could just be like,
Come on, bro. You know the
Pat me
vibes.
up, bro, quick.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it was around the corner from where I lived, innit? So if man was moving a bit nuts,
You could visit, man.
yeah. So yeah, fam, like even because you know, like when you're in college, yeah, and a place is close to where you live, you're not gonna be on time. Well,
It's
anyway.
mad. It's true, man. That
I'm-
was me in
I
school
was
still.
I wasn't on time in it, so like I had to finesse Donny like a few times, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got that, man. The bonus as well. When the bonus landed, it was lit.
Yeah, that our era was different. Man could just go H&M and that 30, 40 pound stretches, bro.
Times have changed.
I was rocking them stripy jumpers from H&M, bro.
Yeah.
There was that one year where every man had that jumper.
Bro,
It was
I
mad.
remember we were still getting Primark getting, was it Cedarwood? Do you remember Cedarwood back in the day?
Cedarwood.
Yeah, come on, real G's know.
Hey, listen, man, we've come a long way.
Yeah,
Let's
from
just
the
say
trenches,
that.
bro. You was talking about racism and stuff. How have you had to deal with that? Like
What,
massively?
in that town?
Yeah, out of
Yeah,
town,
man.
man. To uni and stuff.
Hey, it's mad. Obviously, you just got to clock like raw. You get me? You can move mad. You get me? You can move mad. But where's that gonna get you? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, cause there's been times. Let's say, for example, one time I'm with my brethren in it. Let's say a couple of my brethren were in a town centre. We've just linked up to go calf for like a Saturday or whatever in it.
Yeah.
We're going into the calf now. I think there's like 2 old women on the table in it. They're just eating their food or whatever. Obviously,
Cheeky
they've got
Savoy
they got their bags like to the left of them. You know when you're like opposite each other, the bags like on the left of you or whatever. Got their bags on the left of them. As soon as we've walked in now, they're moving their bags, like closing it, moving it away, and that. A man's just thinking, and it's not even like they had to say something, but
You knew what it was straight
covert
away.
racism, like
Yeah.
it's hidden, but you can see she's moving it because she's threatened, innit, or something like that. You get me? And I'm not
Should
gonna
have been
lie.
like, big man, you don't see the drip, gold teeth, rubber band on the wrist and that.
She don't even understand none of that, bro. Like, I'll be real, that day pissed me off, innit, but I just didn't move mad. I was just thinking, right, like, what's the point of rising up to it? What's the point of saying
Yeah, I mean,
something,
I'll be honest,
proving what she's thinking?
Yeah, nah, seriously.
In that
like,
situation,
And that's just, it makes
No
me
point.
sick, man. It makes me sick when you see that kind of stuff, bro, because man's past them times now. You get me? Like,
you'd think.
in a way, innit, there's a lot less of it than it was back
To me,
then.
it's the London thing. I think it kind of clouds us at times, innit? Because a lot of us grew up in the ends, we're around familiar faces, we interact with different races, and like there would have been times in your life where like the black people around you, you're a majority, innit? So if you like, you know, back in the day, like the most it'll be is like if a man's at football and the youth says something racist, bruv, we're playing in our ends. Within 2 minutes, everybody's there, and sometimes they don't even wait that long because like them man there, they know to snuff someone on the sideline, bruv. This is, as the kids say, no cap. So we have that, but when you leave London now,
Yeah.
you realize, bro, there's a lot less. There's not that much black people outside London. Like, there's not that many.
Mad.
Yeah,
It's
a different world.
it's a
mad
humbling
still.
reality, but I think I'm not saying man need to go through race experience, but I think more people need to understand that, and you understand why like voting habits and why people are a certain way, bruv. We're in a minority in this country, and the majority of us live in London. So like, you've obviously got people like Birmingham, you'll have people, different people up north, but like, bro, for the most part, it's London where I am.
Yeah, and the thing is that like in a way, like it kind of removes the naivety of like the youth that are coming up if they experience those experiences, because a lot of man can like grow up and be like, oh well, I've never experienced it, so like what you niggas talking about? But it happens. So like when you're going through like that kind of situation, but then you're saying that, you know, like we're past it, is very much still a thing. It very much still exists.
No, of course.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just people need to get out of the bubble of like the whole London thing, because bruv, go out to Middlesbrough and there's a mad thing.
Yeah, that man will remind you very quick. Blackie.
And the thing is, you don't even have to go as far as Middlesbrough, bruv. Like literally, just come out of London. Even in the outskirts is a mad thing.
Bro, old school, even just going places like Eltham, like Gravesend, Kent. Let's go there a little bit. Just Bexley Heath. Bro, just venture down there a little bit and you step into the wrong pub.
We were in Bermondsey, yeah, and then we walked down that road.
Yeah.
Bermondsey's like one of the old school towns.
Yeah, that's like NF back in it. That was
bare
there.
St George's flags.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh?
You know, that's like a friend. See, like, it's what happens to you. We call that like a microaggression. For me, that St. George's flag, yeah, even though, yeah, cool, like British pride, but that for me is a microaggression.
Yeah.
You get that certain way, just see them flags flying, yeah. The dad will have like the British bulldog tattooed with like the shit blue ink and that. Like, you just know straight away, bro. Bare sovereign rings, bald head.
Me and Fols were in West Drayton once, yeah. I think it was like the World Cup. I think it was World Cup season.
It was World Cup season, yeah.
Then we're just seeing bare flags and we were like, yeah, just two black guys walking in like a mad street where there's no one like in sight. But you know.
Yeah, it was peak still. I'm happy though, like, I'm not happy it happened to you, but I'm happy like you got the realization, because even I don't know if you guys, when the BLM protests were going on,
yeah,
and you've all seen that video of my man, the black guy carrying a white guy to like safety.
Oh yeah, that was a mad thing to see there. Still,
so they put up the
a painting.
There's a painting at the moment in Queen's Road, I think, or like a billboard, sorry.
In Lewisham.
And then there's one in Lewisham, but the one in Lewisham is him actually carrying the guy in it. And obviously a lot of people are like, we don't want this, innit? And in the history of Lewisham, they there's a lot of racism back there, and the NF tried to back. I don't remember what year it is, but back in it might have been 70s, might have been late 70s.
Yeah.
They tried to run through or tried to like demonstrate in Lewisham, but the residents of Lewisham ran them out, innit? So that type of artwork is kind of like a slap in the face to that area, innit? Because we don't carry racist to safety over here. We run them out, innit?
Yeah, so like there's like there's a lot of like redevelopment in Lewisham at the minute, especially like noticeably that roundabout, which
Or right by the station.
just nuts. Yeah, right by the station. There's a lot of boards and stuff. So it was I think it was around there where they had put the paint in.
Yeah.
And I think it was just the next day, 24 hours later, or 48 hours maximum, someone wrote over it and said, we don't rescue racists in Lewisham, we run them out.
Energy.
So, energy, bruv.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, yes. Because at the end of the day, yeah, like that was used as like when the media, I can imagine, yeah, the photographer must have got mad piece for that
Bro, he
image.
struck gold that day.
He struck gold, bro, because like that was on every single front page. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, you know, nah, bro. Like, these men are here for a different reason. Like, we are at the protests just to say, stop killing us. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then we end up, you know, picking man up and bringing him to safety, and then like they're interviewing my man with his kids, like, oh,
He's got a book coming out. I'm being deadly serious. No, the guy that carried the white guy to safety.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the white guy.
Oh no, we don't buy books for
He's
losers.
still asleep.
Yeah, them man are still
He's
sleeping.
still asleep.
Yeah.
But that black guy, I think, because it was like, let's say, what, 2-3 months ago,
Is that long?
bro.
2020's been going quick,
yeah,
innit?
fam.
Yeah, it might have been,
bro. The pandemic's been since March, bro. We're in what, September now.
Yeah, we've been going through it still.
Yeah, fam. So
fine,
like,
man.
I think a lot of this happened like April, May times. Do you know what I mean? So it's been quite a while. So, you know, there's people that may have forgotten that, but you know, it was.
Do you know
a
what it is?
thing
I'm
for
not
them.
like, I am mad, but I get it. I'm mad he took him to safety, but I understood why, because like it was like your generation Achilles that were there
Oh yeah, he would have been.
that was doing that. So even though
That would've been
I don't
long
like
for him.
I don't
Would've
like
been
the
over.
image of it, but I understand why he did it, because I think if I'm reading this man correctly, I'm not psychic, but I think he's thinking, if I don't get this guy to safety,
kill him.
all you young youths and that, like you're done for, innit? You're absolutely done for.
And the entire movement.
And the entire movement.
Yeah.
Even though, reading truthfully, you're lucky we're asking for you're lucky we're even asking for equality, and that's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
Because reading truthfully, man should be mashing them up.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Because they love that image of my man carrying to safety, and the amount of times racist white media will reference like a Martin Luther King and like peace, but you're bastardizing what he said, because if you know what he really said, bro, Donny wasn't for peace like that. He kind of retracted that later on in his life, and I heard that when he was out there like marching and that, there was man them there that they was fully with it and they had it on them.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just about peace, innit? Like
It like
they
especially-
remix his thing, innit?
especially during that
and
time.
even if he was about peace, you killed him anyway. So
Yeah, you killed him, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't quote someone that you man killed.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is that like, I would expect more than anything to have the thing on them back then,
yeah,
because it was like, man couldn't even be in the same like establishment as white people back then.
there was sick in German shepherds on man and that,
You get me? Like, there's
Still
people like
lynching
hanging
man and
off like trees and that.
and
You
that
know
was
what
the
I mean?
entertainment.
Trust
Bring
me. I
the
watched that
thing
and laugh.
with you, fam.
Yeah, because at least if you're gonna take me, I'll take some of you with me, so we can both stand in front of God and I'll be like, here's a present.
Yeah, straight.
You know.
Just trust.
You know what we should do? Should we get into another one of your rhythms whilst we're here?
Yeah, cool.
What's the next one, Tribes? Intro this.
This one's called Working. Obviously, this is just about what I'm trying to do,
Yeah.
about what I'm planning to do in the future. Obviously, planning to look after mumsy and everything. This one's relatable though, car. Everyone wants to do that, you know what I'm trying to say? Everyone wants to put mum in that house or whatever plans they got for her, you know what I'm trying to say? So,
Inshallah.
just trying to show that pain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this thing in that working.
Hey yo, T.I. Go crazy on these nigga, man.
Off the cuff worldwide, baby.
Working at my own time, man, I'm tryna blow now. Man, mum needs her own life, her own crib. I'm tryna throw her 50 racks and say, hold this, hold this. Working at my own time, man, I'm tryna blow now. Man, mum needs her own life, her own crib. I'm tryna throw her 50 racks and say, hold this. I claim what I got. I had a place on the block where you wouldn't see a blade or a fox. I'd smoke my weed and visualize like that soul raving when them visions fly. When them pigeons fly, that's a bird call. We don't off-white like Virgil. Bro got green like Purcell. My shots are tagged like curfew. That's what a brand's really worth you. That's what it's worth, man. Cause when you got product, then you got a brand. You control the profit like a businessman. When the hash came straight from Pakistan, like Islamabad.
Just save it and get one of them talking as well, innit?
Yeah, you was talking that talk on there, you know?
Work came straight from Pakistan.
That hash come lethal sometimes still. Hey, disclaimer that though, man, don't do nothing illegal and that. I'm a fully legal person, man. I'm stealing it full time, you get me? Trust me. Never know who's watching, man.
Past tense, innit?
Yeah,
I heard that.
Yeah, we're embellishing the small, innit?
Come on.
You know. So you like, I feel that's such a, not to dish you, but like a cliche rapper thing to say, like, I'm trying to look after mumsy.
No, man. Not everyone means it as much though, man. There's some man that's like, that's number one on their list. For me, that's me, innit?
Yeah.
Like that's like one of the top things that man wants to get first. Like if I sign a deal, I'll make sure my mum's seen at least half of it, if not more. Do you know what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, it's mad. I've had this stuff in my mind from young, bro, from years back. You know, man's growing up in that. It's like, man, seeing mums mash to work. You know what I mean? They're working all the time, or they're trying to basically put food on the table. You know what I mean? And man didn't grow up with the most of things. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, that motivated me to go get it myself and that. You know what I mean? But obviously, seeing what, let's say, my mum had to go through to obviously just to even put clothes in my room or whatever, it's like, bro, it's mad, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because she's coming home and that, telling the man to stand on her back, asking for a massage or whatever, because she been working too much, bro. You're growing up young, you don't even want to be seeing that stuff. I'll be real.
Yeah, a lot of the man them have seen like or have had a grasp of a real life early.
Real early,
just
bro.
basically because of the struggle that their parents have, or their mum.
When did you, what made you clock that you was poor?
Hey, this is a tight one, but there's a couple.
No, let's talk, man. Let's talk, man. This is therapy, man. Don't worry, man. We've all been there, man.
The same stuff in the fridge every day.
Yeah, rice and stew.
Bro, for weeks on weeks on weeks.
But that's the powers, though, man.
Bro,
you fucking kids
for weeks, and then
I'm not grateful, bro. Rice and stew is what we need,
chicken,
bro.
Like you can't even, stuff like oxtail, like beef and that. That's not cheap. You get me? Like you're eating chicken and that. You're eating
premium
stuff.
meat.
You know what I mean? You clock when you grow up in that. You see like raw. There's like not even a poor man's diet. I wouldn't even say that in it. But there's like a diet for people that are. You know what I'm trying to say?
Struggle meals.
You know what I'm saying? Like obviously it's still good food. It's still nutritious and all of that, but. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up and that you clock, raw.
I know it's you kids. You don't want to eat KFC every day, but mum's just there
even
eating rice every day.
Different
There's
stuff,
rice at
bro.
home.
Rice at home.
Like even different stuff, bro. But obviously, just seeing all of that stuff. Then what's another one? Even asking them for peas. I'm seeing man in my school and that wear these trackies, wear these shoes and that. All these man's thinking, bro, man still wearing Reeboks or. You know what I'm saying? Or back then it's like you're seeing Nike and that. Do you remember the time man's growing up as well?
Yeah,
you know what
I think like we're all tapped because we were fam. Like, do you know what? Yeah, the bare minimum is to have clothes on your back.
Yeah,
but we would get dissed if it wasn't a certain brand.
Thing.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's mad, bruv, because like we're then putting pressure on our parents because we're seeing another don like with let's say
the full academics and that Average.
Yeah,
14.
Like even, because but even like if it's down to like Nike, I'm looking at the tech pack for example, and that's like what over £100, and you're thinking
it's like 180 pound now,
and I'm like
for a trackie, bro. For a trackie,
and this stupid kid will go to school and that and get paint on the tracksuit.
It's mad.
Yeah, it's mad. Like I even
Tracksuits with bills for a piece.
Even if it's a bills,
yeah,
like
even the bills is nuts
sometimes.
because at the end of the day, yeah, if you've got like, if there's you and then let's say you've got 2 other siblings, it's mad.
I had 3 as well.
You know,
so
I'm
it's
mad.
like,
3 of you want tracksuits, bruv. You all better share the tracksuit.
but I think I'll be real, and it's not even like a man will play it down. I'll be real, like man's the youngest, innit? So I was always a hand-me-downs kid. You get me? So it's like stuff's coming from my older
2006,
brother.
man's wearing
You get me?
man's
Like,
wearing 1998 Jordans.
yeah, like, man's getting stuff from time ago. You get me? Like, and it's like,
do you know what? Yeah, like with me, yeah, like there's 5 of us in it. So
yeah.
I've got 2 younger brothers, yeah. But I'm a weird one because like I'm just abnormally big in it. Like so, there's nothing that I can pass down that will fit them. So we got to buy new things in it. So like I've got to now go out and buy stuff, and the stuff that my brothers want, yeah. So like the young one, I've got a baby one and I've got a young one, yeah. He's 17, he's going on 18, yeah. He hasn't got a job yet or whatnot. But like when I ask him what he wants, he's showing me like
His chest is high, innit?
and I'm like, bruv, I'm not even I'm not even buying these things for
That's
myself.
what you gotta tell him, man. That's a working man's budget.
Do you know what I mean? Like I get my jeans like, you know, calm little ASOS thing, like a cack little £25 tee. Them man are showing me like £150 tracksuits, and I'm like,
It's
yo,
the pressure of the
like,
playground, man. It's the pressure of that, bro. 'Cause
true,
look what we all say. All different generations, all saying the same thing.
yeah,
You was going to school and now people looking at you drip and saying certain things. And now obviously we're older, so we're a bit wiser. We're like, when you really check it, like even ask the question, man wasn't poor like that. It's all relative though, innit? You compare it to someone in different parts of the world, bruv, you're super rich, innit?
yeah.
But like I said, the immediate things, shelter, food, clothes. Our parents did their job. You fucking ungrateful kids, bro.
Yeah.
Mad
Yeah.
ungrateful, bro.
Yeah.
Because you had high tech. But I'm drip it, bruv.
Yeah.
And now they'll be running around in Shoreditch here with high tech on and calling it drip.
Yeah. You see Donnies and like, and bro, like,
Drip has changed though. I've noticed, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you see the kicks that we used to wear in school. These kids ain't wearing.
what kickers though? I'm sure
Yeah, you're
kickers.
not wearing them. Some are wearing Valentinos to school.
yeah. I'm seeing youths in Balenciagas.
To school,
Balenciagas, bro.
Like, even
Valentino.
for my time, that wasn't common, bro. I won't even lie. Like
I'm telling you, fam.
my thing, it was a kickers.
He said his
kickers and
daddy was a
wallabies.
dope man.
You don't know about the wallabies? £15 shoes on wallabies quickly,
But did you come up though? Was you a Ben Sherman man eventually?
bro. I'll be real. I started, I think, 1 pair of kickers. I fucked them up. Mum said she's never buying them for me.
As she
again.
should. Learn
You
a
know what I'm
lesson.
saying? So after that, I think I went to some. It wasn't even wallabies. It was like
Man are
got it
kicking
from
rocks on
Clark's.
their way to school.
Got it from Clark's and Peck's. It was like wallabies, but
I know
it
you're talking
wasn't.
about, yeah.
It was like some next Clark's.
Because
and
it's
that.
Clark's, you can cut through.
Do you get grab that? Then after that, it was the wallabies.
I know
and
the
it never
grind.
changed. Never
I
changed
started in
after
shoe
that
zone, innit?
still.
But I started doing little things like that. So I eventually came up in it. But I remember the shoe zone grind. Because the
Trust
problem
me,
with kids
it's
is that you have your nice shoes, yeah. Mum will tell you, listen,
Don't fuck them up.
don't mess up in these, don't play. Where before school starts, man playing football in the wallabies. And wallabies are rubber at the back, will just go. So they're slanting like that. And then you clock, listen, this isn't conducive. Then when you got to start buying it for yourself, because I think maybe like year 10, she's like, you're on your own.
Yeah.
So at that point, I had to figure it out, bro. So
Yeah, I mean, and that's the reality for a lot of kids. And you know, like you were saying, you know, you're seeing kids in Valentinos, like
That's
bro,
crazy.
you're bracking your
Sounds
parents'
mad,
pockets,
you know.
fam. Like 15-year-olds in the Miri.
is that really happening? I haven't seen that.
But you know what's mad? We don't know what they're doing to get those
But
things.
then
You get me? They might not be getting it from their parents.
I know a couple
true.
man that like they're blackmailing their parents. They're like,
I've
Don't
heard
get
my
me
stories.
this, I'll
If
hit
you don't buy it
roads.
for me, I'm gonna go outside and
gonna
get it
go
myself.
I'll be real. I tried that a couple times myself.
What?
I'll be real because I wasn't
I should
ever getting.
conk your
I
head.
wasn't ever getting anything. Listen, as a kid, like if you're never getting anything you ask for, I'll be real. Even from school, I started selling, innit? Like for me, I'm sure pretty much everyone was on it, but I went hard. I was cookies, donuts,
Yeah.
Lucasade.
Yeah.
And I found out about one next thing called Kool-Aid. man started making Kool-Aid, let's say £2.40.
Oh, he was really cooking, so he wasn't lying in the raps.
You know what I'm saying? So,
before.
you know, that's real. You get me? Like, man will buy Kool-Aid, bow, £2.40. Get myself to Sainsbury's, get a packets of waters for like £1. Go back to the gaff, whip up the Kool-Aid, fill up the bottles, slap them in the freezer. Mumsy used to tell me stop using all the sugar in the house, bro. Finish everything, bro. I go back to school the next day, make like £30-40, bro. And
Clean
back
up.
then, it's like, that's a lot of peace for man. You know what I'm trying
Was
to
you
say?
breaking your mum off then though?
So I was young, man. You know, I didn't understand what I'm actually meant to be doing. Like a percentage of that in reality.
Okay, did you at least buy
You're
the
not
sugar back?
necessarily going to
you buy back the sugar?
monopolize to
I
the
had to
full
buy my
extent.
own sugar at one point,
cool.
innit? You know, like mum wasn't even trying to let me touch that sugar. Still, like I was finishing that quick.
I hear that, man. Boy, the thing is, like, we just need to stop being essentially slaves to the brands that make us do certain things that there's severe consequences to. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I guess like there's gonna be kids, where it's gonna fall on deaf ears. I don't give a fuck. But like, we really need to, as a community, like really understand that our parents did the best that they could, and
100%.
they like you said, food on the table,
Shelter, clothes.
Shelter,
Think about it,
clothes.
if your only real gripe is that you didn't get the 110s, bro, you had it fairly good, really.
because are your parents rocking 110s?
That's what it is. Obviously,
if
you
your
see
parents
us.
are drippy, then
I have a few man that like it wasn't like when you're looking at old school photos, man, at the Gucci loafers, it's because their pops and their mum, that's their level. Some people, it's just their level. That just is what it is. And I think for us,
that's why I say some kids, their parents are nice, or they will send their youths to school.
yeah,
in all of that.
Sort of thing,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
But Mary's in that, man. They gotta
crazy.
be up,
Nothing to
man.
them if they-
and Mary's is nuts. Nah,
he said his daddy was the dope man. Your daddy's a dope man.
Certain parents are going into debt.
True.
You can rent drip now.
Yeah,
Hey, you see when I saw that post? Oh, I was just thinking, yo, this
So
is
Selfridges,
mad.
is it just Selfridges or a lot of the high?
I think more people are
I
gonna
think
catch on and
Selfridges
start
now.
doing it.
Selfridges, so you can
Then
go out there and rent
eventually bare
clothes.
places are gonna
But
start
like,
doing
there's
that,
a
I
lot
think.
of places that are doing the whole Klarna thing, innit?
Because you know, I think they're gonna drop like exclusive lines just for renting. You get? So
Okay.
it's like obviously.
But you can't do that. That means when you're in the dance, everyone's gonna know it's rented drip. Like, you can't do that. You can't make it obvious.
It's got to be
get
like
this.
casual, innit? But at the same time, like, what am I gonna be the 24th person to rent this crap?
I don't know how they're even gonna keep it in good condition. Like,
Come like bowling shoes, like, you know them ones like where you put your
The
foot
McQueens.
in the you put your foot in a bowling shoe and it's like.
Do you know the
mad
funny thing
loose.
is though? Like, think about the amount of people that return clothes just as standard anyway. So it's, and many of us have probably worn clothes someone's worn before. A lot of people that are in the creative industry, like stylists, a lot of those clothes go back. A lot of video shoots, you know. I'm sure at your stage right now, everything's real. Like, it's, I bought this D squared for this shoot.
Yeah.
But like when you get to a certain
I'm
level,
trying to get to that level though.
you
Trust
wear
me.
clothes for the shoot and you send them back. So
Man are
But
putting their feet in like shoes where like obviously everyone's feet are different, innit? Like you might be the same size, but the
broad, man's got the
yeah,
broad
man's
foot.
got the
feet are
broad
wide,
foot in that.
like.
So you're putting your foot in, and it's mad boot cutty. Like imagine the crepe being boot cutty.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. But it is. I feel like aside from the jokes, I feel like for the younger lot, I don't like it, innit? Because they've already got mad pressure, and this is just gonna make it a little bit easier. And bro, if you're a kid, are you really gonna return? What are the consequences of not returning the clothes on time? All those things, like Klarna.
Bailiff, innit?
Yeah,
That's
but,
what it is. It's just to trap them.
But if
them.
you're coming from an environment where like bailiff is regular, like, bailiff is like a guest in your house at this point.
I'll be real.
Like,
You know how many times my dad was like, "I watch when you're leaving that house, cause they might be waiting." You get me? Like,
We've been given mad instructions mad early, not knowing what they're about until we get older, and we're like, oh, so this is what they meant.
They can actually
When we
run in
leave
man's
this house, do not answer the phone. Do not open the door. Close the windows.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, what? It's hot though. No, close the windows.
yeah, no, it was mad. It's mad. Yeah, I don't know, man. Klarna, obviously, I don't think you don't pay anything extra in it. So,
There's a
like,
catch.
in
There must be a
principle,
catch, though.
it's like
It's like a credit based.
you know, if us old lot, like if you want to buy something and like it's sometimes it's not even because you ain't got it. It's like you might not want to spend the 2 bills right now, but I put 50 down now and I could spread the rest of the payments out and I'm going to pay them on time. I'm not overly mad at that. But I say for the younger lot who might not be as responsible and know like money management and really know what they're getting into, I don't know like where this thing's gonna go in it.
catch a lot.
And then now,
or like it could just be under the fact that they don't have a salary yet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
And
saying?
just making things, I think that you're right with that. It's going to make people feel like, you're right. I think we're already getting things too immediate. Like, we're just used to, if you want it, you can go and get it.
Yeah.
There's no like delayed gratification or like like not dissing your brother, like not having a job and asking your big bro for 2 tech fleeces, bro. I'll conk your head, bro.
I just dropped him something yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, even myself, yeah, I was like,
Are you enabling?
I saw this jacket, yeah, and I was like, fam, this will be a mad impulse buy, because I'm looking like the age that I'm at now. I'm looking ahead, innit?
Yeah.
So before I make a purchase, I need to strategize, innit? I've got a kid.
Yeah.
So I've got to think about that as well. So I'm thinking, should I buy this right now? But then when I hover over my size, yeah, and it tells me that this is the last one, which we're going to do, bro. I'm going to buy it. But then I'm going to like, all right, I've got a budget now for the rest of the month, because I know that I've just bought a mad thing. Yeah, and it's the last one. And yeah, you can do the whole like stock thing, like, oh yeah, send me an email when it's back in stock. But I don't know if this is going to be back in stock.
Yeah.
So let me take the chance now. But I have a salary. Whereas like someone that's 10 years younger than me may not be in that position.
Yeah.
And then they're getting something and it's just left them in a madness.
Yeah, getting into debt because of drip is crazy to me, bro.
It's got to start happening, though.
Yeah.
It's got to start happening to people.
It's happening already, bro. Like, clowns out here to get.
But I'm sure they're gonna ask for some sort of leverage before they let you rent out a 2-bag outfit.
I would hope they do, but they might not. They might make the entry point so low, so it's like essentially this thing is for the people that really shouldn't be buying this stuff anyway.
It's how these companies build themselves anyway.
They make more money
Of
if
debt.
you be in
It's
debt.
like
If you're in
high-end
debt-
clothing is for people of a certain tax bracket, exclusivity, and if you've got it, it means that to the naked eye that you've got money in it, which is why a lot of us want. Sometimes, yeah, the cashmere is nicer than the cedar wood, whatever. But really and truly, is because with the clothes you get status, innit? I remember the first dance I was in there and I was wearing Gucci. Them hoes was on me. there was on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you get that first feeling, you want to replicate it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
because
every
like,
time.
who wants that jumper here where it shrivels up at the bottom after the first wash?
I've been there, so you don't want that. You don't want that.
It's already bobbling after the first wash. Nah, we don't want that, bro. Like, the quality obviously goes up, but are you gonna jump to that quality like at your first entry point? This is what is available now for these kids, and they're gonna be like, yeah, this is what I want.
Unreal. It's unreal.
Do you know what I mean, bruv? Like, and they're who they look up to as well. They're plastering all these brands in their verses, so they're gonna want that as well.
Yeah, capitalism is done. It's done a number on us still. A massive
Killing our
number on
people,
us.
is that what you're saying?
It is, bro.
And drip is killing our people.
Capitalism. Do you not? Have you not? I don't know if you guys have seen there was a photo of a billboard on the underground where they're basically trying to encourage people to go back to work, saying like, "Oh, don't you miss the chatter and the." I can't remember what it's actually said on there, but like, if you're listening, I'm referring to, but it's like they're trying to push us back to the office so much because all the other companies and businesses that thrive off office work, like your Pretz, your coffee shops, your smaller cafes now in office, they're out of business right now,
the
innit?
chain reaction.
You know, and all these big businesses, bruv. If you check it, these massive businesses that have been getting government bailouts, they're on the dole, bruv.
Yeah.
And they'll say to us down here, yeah, that we're defrauding the government with all these people that you know, on taking benefits and that, bruv. You lot are getting bailouts, innit? Massive multi-billion pound companies and that getting bailouts. And I know some people argue that, well, there's job provision, so you want to encourage them to stay afloat so we can get back on our feet and that. But it's just funny to watch who really gets the help and who doesn't.
Yeah,
You know,
rich always get that.
and that's what I'm saying. The capitalism is doing us, innit? So, should we get into one more song and then we'll get into the rest of our talking points this week?
Don't think I've got
You
another
got
song.
one more?
But one more I can send to you now, still, man.
Yeah. I'll throw that insurance, bro.
Insurance coverage package still.
So just reminding, the first song you played is coming out tomorrow, 5:30 on GRM,
GRM Day.
and that's called Progression. I'm right?
Yeah,
Progression, and the second one was
Working.
Working.
That video got shot the other week, so you lot should be seeing that one soon as well. I got another video
Mic me, bro.
coming out soon.
Yeah.
I got another video coming out soon. Everything that's gonna be coming out probably like the next month or two. Literally, right now I'm just trying to come with a work rate, man.
And where can they find you, socials and stuff?
Instagram, obviously Instagram at T2 gets this _ Twitter at T2 gets guap. Yeah, that's it for now.
We don't want to get in the snap now.
Slaps too. Yeah, me. Let's get
A bit
there.
too personal, I see the manager in the corner. Like,
I'm about to give him his snap or something, man.
Hey, don't give him your snap.
Let me get this track for you. Look.
We're like big sugar now.
yeah. Yeah, just airdrop that to man store. We can do that.
A free hush puppy, man. The
The
grand misses you, man.
I don't think he's coming back to stun like that again.
What did you man like follow him in that?
I wasn't following. I didn't know it was. He was with Hush Puppy. He was such a big account. You didn't need to follow him. He'd pop up on like
see him
explore page.
everywhere.
And like, I see him.
Billionaire Gucci master.
Yeah, I never forget seeing him in the Green Goblin Gucci jacket, bro. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you do fraud.
But if
Only a fraud man wear that jacket indoors.
he was too flashy though, man. If you see all the flipping, the documentaries and that or whatever.
Have you seen the footage of when they arrested him? Like,
Bro, if you see how they actually got the guy, you would think, raw. Like it got to a point you flexed enough, surely.
But he was doing private jet.
It was his
Wraith.
birthday. They said it was his birthday. They said on his birthday, Donny's taking a picture of his whole fleet of cars.
He was doing too much.
He's
man.
taking a picture in front of bare accessories and that private jet, and they confirmed his birthday or whatever. They was like, listen, we got him. On the little clips thing on Twitter,
Bro,
like,
and
we got him just after that. Raided his bit. They went to go raid his house. Said the bike.
He went to Monte Carlo for champagne. I drink champagne regular.
I'm dead.
That video was funny.
You man are soft.
You man are soft.
You man are soft.
Bro,
My man had enough.
yeah, he stuck it onto that
My
thread,
man
you
had
know.
enough.
Man see the Porsche 911 in the corner and he's like, you man are soft. I got bare yards.
I got bare yards. Man living lavish. I drink champagne regular.
Do you know what I mean? But do you know what? Like, and that's the reason why I believe that they made an example out of Hush Puppy with the arrest video, bruv. That looked like a Christopher Nolan production.
That was an example video for all the F boys. You see,
I'm seeing slow motion. I'm seeing the
every
FBI
guy,
just
it's
typing
every
behind
guy
the scenes.
that's doing F, that's coming up, seeing that stuff. You're seeing that stuff. You're thinking, raw. You get me? Before you might think it's a play game. You get me? You might think obviously the F thing. It's like it's easy compared to like the D-boy thing, the trap thing. You get me? Like, but then they know this. They're showing how peak it can get, even if you're doing F. And bare people are seeing and they're like, I'll be real, they're not on it anymore.
Like, okay, we watch American Gangster.
He done too much though. We know
Frank
he done
Lucas
too
wore the
much.
fur jacket. Let's just put in the context. He wore the fur jacket.
That was a big
Hush
boy
Puppy
thing
had
as well.
private jets. Bro, come.
It's mad.
Tried to run a football team, bro.
For 100 and something mil, imagine.
What was the Nigerian
100
Donny
and
that
something
like
mil.
Sold a fake airport.
sold a fake airport?
Yeah. I think it was a Brazilian. It was to Brazil or something.
I've
like
forgotten
that.
the guy's
Still,
name, but yeah,
mad African guy
guys-
made billions of it.
How do you
Still,
sell a fake airport?
Montfort. Yeah, Montfort as well.
He's saying last will die in breed.
That one there. He's back on Snap. Doing promo for peas, man. Times have
Swear
changed,
down.
man.
The thing is,
These
we would
are
encourage you
fraud stars.
to live a legitimate lifestyle, innit? Even though at the same time I say rob this England, but like, bro, like you're doing way too much.
You like,
124 mil.
Imagine that from a Premier League team. They even raided the bit. I think they seized like what 30 or 40 mil or something like that.
Anyone
They got USB. They got USB sticks. I can bet you on those USB sticks there's cryptocurrency, millions that they can never even hack, bro. It's mad. Like, I'll be real. Like that sort of level they got.
I reckon he's gonna bust it.
I don't think they would have given him bail. He wouldn't have got bail because I'm sure he's out.
We weren't saying this for too long, but I was reading an article, I think it might be on Twitter somewhere, where their theory is that yes, of course he was flexing, enjoying money, but like, he was stealing money on big people's behalf, innit? So it's in their best interest to keep Donny alive and make this go away, innit? So I think from what I was reading there, they're planning to him to go back to Nigeria, him have a medium to small punishment, but really and truthfully,
He's gonna be back.
he'll be fine. It.
I don't think he's gonna. Do you think he's gonna flex like that again, though?
No.
Never.
And I know when he gets back to Nigeria, festival of slaps. There's gonna be slapping him, bro. Because, bro, how dare you?
you didn't
Can you
bring
dare
none
me?
of the man though.
He made Niger look mad.
Yeah.
They're thinking Nigeria fraud, crazy.
Because the thing is, we've got the tag for fraud, yeah. And the worst thing about it, we're not even the top of the food chain when it comes to fraud. It's like parts of Asia, Russia had got a big fraud problem. It's not us, bro. It's just that like the streets.
We're just the scapegoats.
Yeah, with the scapegoats, bro. Because I remember when I was watching one of them programs. They was talking about so you know the email scamming, like send me money, blah blah blah. It was one white old man in like Florida somewhere in America that was doing it. But obviously the wave is to say you're this African prince, whatever. Like I get regular ones from someone claiming to be Gaddafi's daughter. We get all the time to our off the cuff account. All the time, like, can you like help me? You know, take this money, blah blah. I'm like, bro, I went to research. Gaddafi got a daughter. I was intrigued initially. Innit? I was like, you never know.
What you Google it?
Yeah, I had to Google still, but yeah, it's all fugazi. So, no, it's a funny old game. You got that one there.
Let's get into the third and final.
Obviously, this one ain't been edited like that yet, innit? So
Hasn't been mixed?
It's still raw.
Okay.
It's like a freestyle, innit? You know what I'm saying? It's not really a song, but you gotta take it
give it to
Into it
them,
right
bro.
now, you know.
This one's gonna be hard.
Off the cuff
Let me tell you
worldwide,
about the past.
baby.
P.O.P. Holding it down. Go hard, young boy. Money comes, money goes. I'm in a whip with some money and a load of O's. AMPR fitted, got me hurrying on road. So I gotta kick it quick like a Mascherano. The gear hits fifth and then I gotta go. Cause your boy loves his dough. No Vapianos, I serve shots with some flair. Cristiano, it's got me flying out to Dam to smoke blue gelato. I was stuck on tag, always had to check the time. It did affect the line. I found better times like Jeff Bezos. Knew how to sell it right. Busy man, business mind, had to find a quicker grind. I'm talking money when my niggas round. Like it's countdown, we be writing figures down. Everybody talking, but I did it now. I put the truth and motivation into lyrics now. T, write them digits down.
Yeah, you're going in still.
Man. I need to go finish that one.
I'll be interested to see like the feedback from our listeners. Cause I'm feeling them still.
Yeah,
Loki, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Trust.
That's my favorite
That's why
one.
he's talking that shit on there.
Yeah, you took
Man,
a bite out of a
raw
talk.
rats and Mascherano.
That's an
AMPR.
AMPR.
Mascherano.
That's an AMPR. Man's in fifth gear in that. I say, yeah.
Trust me, man. That one's real life, man.
I've been to Diamond. I ain't
Jeff
even been
Bezos
down.
knew how to sell it right, man. For real.
You got the references in there, man.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm happy.